In this presentation, we're going to be talking about dates, times, temperatures, numbers in all of the Spanish-speaking countries. Dates are a little bit different in Spanish-speaking countries, which is interesting because as you look at the screen that we have on the date screen, you can see that the European logic, which is the most logical of all of them, in that triangle format has the year at the base because the year is the biggest unit of measurement consisting of many months. Months would be in the middle, which is the medium size of measurement, and then as you look at the smallest one, that's day, the smallest unit of measurement. So that triangle makes a whole lot of sense. The Japanese calendar, you can see, goes in reverse. They have the year at the top, the first thing that they say. The next thing they would say would be month and then day. What I don't understand is why the American logic looks like this. We've got the month first. That's the first thing we say is our month, and then the day, and then the year. And it doesn't fit in triangle format, doesn't fit in pyramid format. We go with a medium unit of measurement, then a small unit of measurement, and then the biggest unit of measurement, and it just makes sort of no sense. As you can see in these couple of documents from these Spanish passports, this first person, his birthday is 27/6/2005, or rather that's the expiration date, 27/6/2005. So that doesn't mean it's the 27th month. Obviously, they do it a little bit differently. So that's the 27th day, the smallest unit of measurement of the 6th month, which is June, of the biggest unit of measurement, 2005. So this person's passport expired on June 27th, 2005. You can see the same thing for the next person. Her passport expires 24/1/2012, and that is January 24th, the 24th of January of 2012. And you can see her birthday if you look up a little bit higher. She was born on 14/12/1989. Again, we don't have 14 months, so that must be the day. She was born on the 14th of the 12th month, which is December. Born on the 14th of December, 1989. What would these dates look like if we were in a Spanish-speaking culture? The 4th of July in 1776. So obviously the 4th of July is the 7th month, so that would be 7/4/1776. How about when Wisconsin becomes a state? When's that going to be? So if you were writing this out correctly, it would be 29/5/1848. The next one you can think of is April 26, 1903, the year that Atlético de Madrid, the best soccer team ever, the year that they were founded. What would that look like if we wrote that out in dates? I think you could see that one would be written out 26/4/1903. Try and look at the rest of them and figure them out yourself. August 18th, 1920, an important day in this country, the day that women gained the right to vote. How about December 7th, 1941? Pearl Harbor is attacked. What would that look like if we were to write that one out in Spanish, if we were to write it out with dates in Spanish? Or how about May 3rd, 1985, the year that a boy is born and his parents named him Senior Nemo, making him a Spanish teacher in the future? And how would you write your own birthday? Time's also a very interesting thing in these countries because not only is the time a little bit different, but they also use military time. So as you can see on this page that's listed as time, you can see that it's the time that's listed as 14:48. Well, we don't have a 14th hour, which makes this a little bit different. There is a video on the next page that I want you guys to look at, and it describes military time. On this page, try and click on the links that ask what time is it in Spain right now, and find out what time it is right now. And then on the second link, try your best to see if you're any good at military time. Another way in which countries are a little bit different than how we do things is they use what's called Celsius. And as you can see by looking at this map, most of the world uses Celsius. And in fact, there are only one or two or three countries, essentially maybe two. It looks like maybe Belize down by Mexico might use Fahrenheit as well. But when you look at this map, you can really see that the United States does things very differently. We're essentially the only country, or one of the only countries in the world that uses Fahrenheit. Celsius makes more sense, actually. You know, water freezes at 0, and water boils, I think, at 100. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that sounds about right. But the units of measurement are more normal. Why for us does our water freeze at 32? Why not 0? That seems like a great point for it to just be like, oh, 0 is an easy number. Or I think for Fahrenheit, it's 212 or something like that degrees for water boiling. Why? Why not 100? So you can see the rest of the world kind of got this right. And it's funny, sometimes you hear other people, or American people, I should say, go to other countries and say, like, why do they do their temperature in such a weird way? Well, looking at this map, you can tell perhaps we're the ones that do things a little bit weirdly. On this next page, you guys can see that it's 26 degrees or 46 degrees. 26 degrees is pretty warm. 26 degrees is probably somewhere around 65, 70. 46 degrees, as you can see on the right, that is like ridiculously hot. On the next page, you guys are going to see an interactive thermometer. So go there, and then you'll actually get to see how hot 46 degrees is. On this page, you guys should click on the interactive thermometer at the bottom and check out how hot 50 degrees is. Check out how hot it is in another country right now. What does 30 degrees look like? How about 40? And definitely check out 50. Where this guy's standing, that's a hot day. On the next slide, you're going to see numbers. Take a look at this first page. Look, this car is only 1.3 euros. That's a great price. Look, right there, 1.3 at the bottom left. There's a little red box around it. That is crazy. On this page, you can see that you can get this house for 2.8 euros. That is super cheap. Que barato. 2.8 euros. Nice. When we look at these things having to do with grocery store items, these have commas. It's a little bit confusing. As I'm looking at the peaches in the top left, I can see it's comma 89. Or some of the fruits I can see are 1 comma 89 or 19 comma 90. As you look at the things on the right, you can see it very clearly, comma 79, 1 comma 00. What's the deal? You have any ideas? Here are some more where you guys can see commas. 1 comma 5 millones. And earlier you can see 800.000. What's going on here? In Spanish cultures, the comma and the decimal point are switched. On the last page, please do your best to fill out the Padlet and ask me any more questions that you have about Spanish culture. I'll make sure to make some mini lessons related to those cultural things having to do with any Spanish culture, any Hispanic culture, Mexican, Guatemalan, any of them. Let me know, and I'll try and make some mini lessons and give you guys some interesting things about other countries.